Hello there, fellow coin enthusiasts and collectors. Welcome back to the channel World Rare Coins, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins that could be worth a small fortune. From hidden gems that could be worth a fortune to little-known coins with a rich history, we'll explore it all. And if you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on any of our exciting discoveries. And now grab your magnifying glasses and let's start our today's video. On top one today, we're going to talk about a coin that might be sitting quietly in your pocket or hiding away in an old coin jar. But what if I told you that this small, seemingly humble piece of currency could hold immense value? Yes, I'm talking about the United States of America 1-cent coin from 1984. Now, you might be wondering, what's so special about a coin worth just 1 cent? Well, buckle up, because the story of this coin is much more fascinating than you might think. In this video, we'll dive deep into the history of the 1984 1-cent coin, explore its unique design and features, and reveal why collectors are willing to pay staggering amounts for this little gem. Let's take a step back in time to 1984, a year that was pivotal for many reasons. The United States was under the leadership of President Ronald Reagan, and the country was going through a period of economic growth. The 1980s were a time of technological innovation, cultural change, and significant global events. In the world of coins, the 1984 1-cent coin, also known as the penny, was part of the regular circulation that the U.S. Mint produced. But little did anyone know at the time that this coin would later become highly sought after by collectors. By 1984, the design of the penny had been fairly consistent for decades. The obverse side of the coin featured the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, who has graced the face of the penny since 1909. The reverse side of the coin, however, had been redesigned in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This design, known as the Lincoln Memorial Design, depicted the grand structure in Washington, D.C. that honors Lincoln's legacy. At first glance, the 1984 penny might seem like nothing more than a standard piece of currency circulating freely in the economy. However, as with many coins, it was the years of circulation, wear, and gradual shifts in production techniques that would make certain versions of the 1984 penny stand out. What most people don't realize is that some of these pennies were struck with unique characteristics, making them rare and highly valuable today. There's a reason that collectors are so passionate about the 1984 penny. While most pennies minted that year were mass-produced and saw heavy circulation, a few rare variants emerged due to minor errors or inconsistencies during the minting process. These rare variants can make all the difference between a coin worth 1 cent and one worth thousands. One of the most notable variants of the 1984 penny is the 1984 double die penny. This error occurred when the coin's design was imprinted onto the blank planchet, but the die used to stamp the coin wasn't perfectly aligned, resulting in a slight doubling of the image. This error is most visible in the date 1984 and the word Liberty on the coin, where the doubling can be clearly seen with the naked eye or under magnification. This particular error is highly prized by collectors, and finding one in excellent condition can result in a significant increase in the coin's value. Another important factor that contributes to the appeal of the 1984 penny is its rarity in mint state condition. Most of these coins, after years of circulation, show signs of wear and tear. However, a well-preserved penny, especially one with a notable error, can be a real treasure. Coins in uncirculated or mint state condition are much rarer, as many of these pennies were used for daily transactions. When these coins are kept in pristine condition, they can fetch impressive sums on the market. The 1984 penny also has significance in the broader context of U.S. coinage. As one of the most commonly produced and circulated coins in the United States, the penny is part of the fabric of everyday life. Yet, it's these small, often overlooked coins that can hold hidden value for collectors. For years, collectors have known that coins in exceptional condition or with rare errors are worth much more than their face value. When it comes to the design of the penny, the image of Abraham Lincoln is central. His presence on the coin is more than just a nod to the nation's history. It's a tribute to one of the most revered figures in American politics. Lincoln was not only the 16th President of the United States, but he also played a pivotal role in shaping the nation during its most challenging time, the Civil War. His dedication to preserving the Union and ending slavery has made him a symbol of freedom, equality, and justice. His image on the penny is a constant reminder of these ideals. On the reverse side of the 1984 penny, the Lincoln Memorial design, featuring the monument that commemorates his legacy, stands as a symbol of American history and democracy. The reverse design was created by sculptor Frank Gasparo and was introduced in 1959. It has become one of the most recognized images in U.S. coinage, evoking a sense of pride and national identity. While most 1984 pennies feature this standard design, some of the error versions have caught the eye of collectors for their unique characteristics. The doubling on the 1984 double-die penny, for example, makes it particularly desirable for numismatists looking to complete their collections. Even small details, like the condition of the coin and any unusual markings or characteristics, can influence its value in the marketplace. The allure of the 1984 penny is driven not only by its historical significance and design, but also by the thrill of discovering a rare, valuable coin hidden in plain sight. Some collectors spend years searching through change, hunting for pennies that might have slipped through the cracks of regular circulation. In fact, many collectors will spend hours sifting through rolls of pennies from 1984, hoping to uncover one with a doubling error or other unique features. Now, let's talk about the value of the 1984 penny. While most pennies from this year are worth just 1 cent, a 1984 penny with a doubling error can be worth much more. Depending on its condition and the rarity of the error, a 1984 double-die penny could be worth thousands of dollars, far more than its face value. A coin that is in uncirculated condition, with a clear doubling of the date and liberty, could sell for tens of thousands of dollars. So, what's the current value of a 1984 1-cent penny with a rare error? Well, if you have a 1984 double-die penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could be sitting on a coin worth as much as $70,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $70,000 for a single penny. It's hard to believe that something so small, so seemingly insignificant, could hold such immense value. But that's the magic of coin collecting. What might appear to be a simple coin can, in the right circumstances, become a rare treasure. If you're lucky enough to have a 1984 penny with a doubling error or in excellent condition, you might have a valuable asset on your hands. So, the next time you dig through old coins or come across a 1984 penny in your change, be sure to examine it closely. You never know. You might be holding a piece of history worth thousands. On top 2, we're going to explore a coin that you might have casually overlooked, yet it holds a fascinating story and, surprisingly, a significant value. You may think of it as just another ordinary penny from the United States, but the 1989 1-cent coin has much more to it than meets the eye. Stick with us as we delve into the history, design, rarity, and, most excitingly, the true value of this unassuming coin. In 1989, the United States was going through a unique period of its history. The Cold War was drawing to a close, George H.W. Bush had recently become president, and the country was witnessing a rapid shift in both the economy and culture. The 1980s were a transformative decade, marked by technological advancements, pop culture revolutions, and significant political changes. Amidst all this, the U.S. Mint continued to produce the 1-cent coin, often called the penny, which had been circulating since 1909 AT that time. The design of the penny had remained largely unchanged. The obverse of the 1989 penny still featured the beloved image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, whose image has graced the coin since 1909. On the reverse side of the coin, the design was the familiar Lincoln Memorial, which had been in use since 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. So, from a design standpoint, the 1989 penny wasn't very different from previous years. However, as we know in the world of numismatics, it's often the subtle details, the rare anomalies, and the small variations that can transform an ordinary coin into something much more valuable. The production of the penny in 1989 was also significant in terms of the state of the U.S. economy. The U.S. was experiencing steady growth, though the latter half of the 1980s did see some inflation concerns. Despite being a minor denomination, pennies continued to be a vital part of the currency system. At that time, the U.S. Mint was still producing large quantities of pennies, given the high demand for this small coin in daily transactions. What made the 1989 1-cent coin interesting, however, was the potential for minting errors that would come to define its collector appeal. The coin was struck in Philadelphia and Denver, with a total mintage of more than 8 billion pennies in that year alone. But, as is often the case with coins produced in high volumes, some would make it into circulation with imperfections, making them stand out as unique items of interest for collectors. In fact, it's the minor minting errors and variations in the 1989 penny that truly set it apart from other years. The 1989 penny, in particular, became the subject of interest due to a few rare and valuable errors. These errors, while small and often barely noticeable to the naked eye, were enough to create a stir in the coin collecting community. When a penny is struck with a die that's slightly misaligned, or when there's an issue with the metal used in production, it can lead to an imperfect coin. In the case of the 1989 penny, one of the most sought-after errors involved a double die, a phenomenon where the design appears to be doubled due to a malfunction during the minting process. In the case of the 1989 double die penny, the error is most noticeable in the word Liberty and the date 1989 on the obverse of the coin. The doubling can be subtle, but if you look closely or under magnification, you'll see that the lettering is slightly distorted, as though it's been struck twice. This error is highly prized by collectors, as it's not something that happens every year, and it adds a layer of rarity to the coin. But the rarity of the 1989 penny doesn't stop there. Even among the standard 1989 pennies, there's the potential for significant value in coins that have been well preserved over the years. As is the case with most coins, those that have been kept in excellent condition, free from wear, scratches, and other damage, are far more valuable than their counterparts that have been heavily circulated. The beauty of the 1989 penny is that, with its relatively high mintage, there are still plenty of these coins floating around in circulation, but finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is a rare occurrence. And it's this rarity that drives up the value for collectors. The appeal of the 1989 penny also lies in its simplicity. Unlike some coins that are intricately designed with multiple layers of detail, the penny from 1989 and earlier years is a straightforward, yet powerful piece of currency. The image of Lincoln, the 16th president, is instantly recognizable to many Americans, symbolizing unity, leadership, and the perseverance of the nation through its darkest times. The Lincoln Memorial on the reverse represents a tribute to Lincoln's legacy and his important role in American history, particularly in the abolition of slavery and his leadership during the Civil War. For collectors, there's something deeply satisfying about having a piece of currency that not only represents an important historical figure, but is also part of the ongoing story of American coinage. The 1989 penny is more than just a coin. It's a tangible connection to a significant moment in time. It's a coin that speaks to the history of the U.S. Mint and the way coins have evolved over the years. The fact that this coin, minted in such large quantities, is still valuable today speaks volumes about the fascinating world of numismatics. As the years went by, the value of certain coins began to increase, especially those with errors or rare features. And the 1989 penny was no exception. While most people dismissed pennies as insignificant, collectors began to see their true value, particularly when one of these rare variants or errors was discovered. Now, let's talk about the value of the 1989 1-cent coin. A standard 1989 penny, in typical circulated condition, is still only worth its face value, 1 cent. However, when it comes to those rare varieties, such as the double die penny or any other minting errors, the value skyrockets. If you happen to find a 1989 penny with a double die error or another noticeable anomaly, the value can be in the thousands of dollars. Coins in excellent condition, with no visible signs of wear, can also fetch impressive sums. If you have a 1989 penny that's in exceptional, mint state condition, or if it has one of those rare minting errors, it could be worth as much as $65,000. Yes, you heard that right, $65,000 for a single penny. It's hard to imagine that something so small, so commonly overlooked, could be worth such an incredible amount. But in the world of coin collecting, it's not about the size of the coin. It's about the rarity, condition, and the story it tells. So, the next time you come across a 1989 penny, take a moment to look it over carefully. You might just have a rare and valuable piece of history in your hands. Keep your eyes peeled for those subtle details, and who knows, you could find yourself sitting on a small fortune. On top 3, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1993 1-cent coin, often referred to as the penny. It may seem like just another piece of everyday currency, but trust me, there's more to this coin than meets the eye. Stick with us as we uncover the hidden value of the 1993 penny and explore how it went from a common coin to a highly sought-after collectible. Who knew that a small copper coin could be worth so much more than its face value? To fully appreciate the significance of the 1993 1-cent coin, let's take a moment to understand the context in which it was minted. The year 1993 was pivotal for many reasons. On the global stage, the Cold War had officially ended, and the United States was entering a new era of economic growth and political shifts. Bill Clinton had just taken office as president, ushering in a period of economic reforms, job creation, and technological advancement. The economy was on the upswing and consumer confidence was high. For the United States Mint, 1993 marked another year in the long-standing tradition of producing pennies. The penny had been a staple of American currency since its creation in 1793, but by the 1990s, it had become a symbol of both continuity and change in the nation's coinage. The 1993 penny, like its predecessors, featured the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that had been in place since 1959. But as you'll see, it's the subtle differences, minting errors, and the condition of the coin that truly sets the 1993 penny apart from the rest. The design of the 1993 penny was a continuation of a long tradition. On the obverse of the coin, you'll find the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln. This image, created by sculptor Victor D. Brenner, has been a fixture of the penny since 1909, making Lincoln's face instantly recognizable to generations of Americans. Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, is remembered not only for his leadership during the Civil War but also for his role in abolishing slavery and preserving the Union. His image on the penny is a tribute to his legacy and the values he stood for: freedom, unity, and justice. On the reverse side of the 1993 penny, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The memorial, which stands in Washington, D.C., is a powerful symbol of Lincoln's enduring legacy and the ideals of American democracy. The design was created by Frank Gasparo, who was the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time. The reverse side of the 1993 penny is a testament to the nation's pride in Lincoln's contributions to the country and its history. While the design of the 1993 penny remained the same as in previous years, it's the minting process and the specific characteristics of certain coins from this year that make them particularly valuable. As with any mass-produced coin, most of the 1993 pennies were minted in large quantities and saw heavy circulation. However, some of these pennies, due to minor errors or inconsistencies in the minting process, ended up being far more valuable than their counterparts. One of the most notable aspects of the 1993 penny is the possibility of finding rare minting errors. Minting errors occur when the machinery or dies used to strike the coin doesn't operate perfectly, leading to anomalies in the coin's design. These errors are often small and subtle, but they can dramatically increase the value of a coin among collectors. The 1993 penny is no exception. One of the most sought-after errors is the 1993 double-die penny, a phenomenon where the design is struck twice, causing certain features to appear doubled or shifted. The double-die error typically appears on the obverse of the coin, specifically on the date 1993 and the word Liberty. When looking closely, you might notice that the date and lettering appear to have a shadow or a second impression, which is a clear indication that the coin has undergone a double strike during the minting process. This error is particularly rare, and coins with this kind of anomaly are highly prized by collectors. Another factor that makes the 1993 penny unique is its condition. Most pennies that were minted in 1993 were used in everyday transactions, which means that they've likely gone through a lot of wear and tear over the years. However, there are certain 1993 pennies that have been preserved in excellent condition, either through careful storage or simply by being kept in uncirculated rolls. These coins are highly valuable, especially if they're free from scratches, discoloration, or other signs of damage. Coins that are in mint state, those that have been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition, are considered far rarer than those that have been used in daily transactions. For coin collectors, finding a 1993 penny in near-perfect condition can be an exciting and rewarding discovery. When a coin is in this kind of condition, It can fetch much higher prices in the marketplace than those that show significant signs of wear. As we explore the appeal of the 1993 penny, it's important to recognize that the value of any coin is largely determined by three factors: rarity, condition, and demand. While the 1993 penny is not the rarest coin in history, its appeal lies in the fact that certain variants, such as the double die error or well-preserved specimens, are rare and highly sought after by collectors. In the world of numismatics, these coins are considered finds, and anyone lucky enough to come across one could see a significant return on their investment. What makes the 1993 penny even more attractive to collectors is the ongoing interest in Lincoln-centered coins. Lincoln has been featured on the U.S. penny for more than a century, and his presence on the coin represents a connection to the nation's history, ideals, and identity. For coin enthusiasts, owning a piece of currency that features Lincoln is more than just having a collectible. It's a way to own a tangible piece of American history. The 1993 penny is also a part of the larger story of American coinage. The penny is one of the most commonly produced coins in the United States, and while its face value may be small, it holds great significance in the larger context of the nation's monetary system. It's a coin that millions of people handle every day, and yet, the rare and valuable examples are often hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered. Now, let's talk about the exciting part: the value of the 1993 penny. As I mentioned earlier, most pennies from 1993 are worth only 1 cent. However, when you factor in rare minting errors or coins in mint condition, the value can skyrocket. A regular 1993 penny in average condition will still be worth only its face value, but a 1993 penny with a double die error or one that is in uncirculated condition can be worth much more. If you happen to have a 1993 penny with a double die error, or one that's in mint state with no visible wear, you could be sitting on a coin worth as much as $60,000. That's right, $60,000 for a single penny. It's incredible to think that a coin that's worth just 1 cent to most people could hold such an immense value. This is what makes coin collecting so exciting. There's always the possibility that an ordinary coin could become a rare treasure with a bit of luck and keen observation. If you're a collector or just a curious observer, keep your eyes peeled for the 1993 penny. You never know. One might be hidden in your change jar, or you might come across one in a roll of pennies at the bank. Whatever the case, the thrill of discovery is what makes this hobby so rewarding. On top 4, we're going to explore a seemingly ordinary coin that has more value than meets the eye: the 1994 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny. While many people might pass by these small copper coins without a second thought, the 1994 penny holds a fascinating story and has become a sought-after piece among collectors. So, let's dive in and uncover the history, design, and the remarkable value of this penny that could change the way you look at your pocket change forever. The year 1994 was a period of transition in the United States. The country was under the leadership of President Bill Clinton, who had taken office in January of that year. The 1990s marked a time of economic change and technological advancement, with the rapid rise of the internet and the beginning of the tech boom. In fact, 1994 was the year that the World Wide Web was becoming more widely used, signaling the dawn of a new digital age. It was also a time of relative peace and prosperity, particularly in the U.S., where the economy was growing steadily. For the U.S. Mint, 1994 represented another year of producing the 1-cent coin, which had been part of American currency for over a century. Despite its small face value, the penny remained a crucial element of the country's currency system. It was used in daily transactions, and many Americans had a jar or bowl of pennies lying around in their homes. Yet, few could have guessed that one of these small, everyday coins could hold significant value in the world of numismatics. The 1994 penny, like many of its predecessors, featured the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front, of the coin. This design, created by sculptor Victor D. Brenner, has been in place since 1909 and continues to symbolize the legacy of one of the United States' most revered presidents. Lincoln, who led the country through its Civil War and worked tirelessly to abolish slavery, is an enduring symbol of unity and perseverance. His image on the penny is a tribute to his leadership and the values of freedom and equality that he championed. The reverse side of the 1994 penny, like its predecessors since 1959, featured the Lincoln Memorial. This iconic structure, located in Washington, D.C., honors Lincoln's contributions to the nation and stands as a testament to his leadership and vision. The reverse design was created by Frank Gasparo, the U.S. Mint's chief engraver at the time, and it captures the grandeur of the memorial with remarkable detail. The design serves as a visual reminder of Lincoln's legacy and his central role in shaping the nation's history. While the design of the 1994 penny was largely the same as previous years, it was the minting process and the subtle differences in individual coins that began to intrigue collectors. The 1994 penny was produced in large quantities, as it was a widely circulated coin. In fact, the U.S. Mint produced over 7 billion 1-cent coins in that year alone. However, with such a massive volume of coins being minted, it was inevitable that a few would end up with rare characteristics that would set them apart from the rest. One of the most important factors that drives the value of a coin is its rarity. While most 1994 pennies were struck and circulated in large numbers, there were a few rare varieties that caught the attention of collectors. As with any coin, certain minting errors can make an otherwise ordinary penny much more valuable. These errors can be the result of misaligned dies, incorrect planchets, the metal discs used to strike coins, or even mistakes during the striking process itself. One of the most notable errors associated with the 1994 penny involves a double die. A double die occurs when the coin is struck twice, causing the design elements to appear slightly doubled or off-center. This type of error is particularly desirable among collectors, as it creates a unique and visually striking coin. The 1994 penny with a double die is relatively rare, but it's not the only type of error that can increase the value of the coin. Another potential minting error that can make a 1994 penny more valuable is the off-center strike. An off-center strike occurs when the planchet is not properly aligned with the die, causing the coin to be struck in an uneven manner. This can result in coins with portions of the design missing, or with the design shifted in unexpected ways. Off-center coins are also highly prized by collectors because they represent an error in the minting process that is not commonly found. Beyond these minting errors, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins that have been in circulation for many years often show signs of wear and tear, such as scratches, discoloration, and fading. These signs of wear can significantly reduce the coin's value, making it less desirable to collectors. On the other hand, coins that have been well preserved or kept in uncirculated condition are far more valuable. A penny that has been stored carefully in a protective case or simply kept away from circulation is a much rarer find, and it can fetch a much higher price in the collector's market. What makes the 1994 penny particularly appealing to collectors is the combination of its historical significance and its potential for rarity. Lincoln's image on the obverse connects the coin to a significant moment in U.S. history, while the memorial on the reverse continues to honor his legacy. The penny is a piece of American culture that has been in circulation for over a century, and it represents a tangible connection to the past. However, not all 1994 pennies are worth a fortune. The vast majority of the pennies minted that year were struck in such large numbers that they hold little to no additional value beyond their face value of 1 cent. But, as in many areas of collecting, it's the rare finds that make all the difference. If you happen to come across a 1994 penny that's in mint condition or has a rare error, it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. So, what is the true value of the 1994 penny? As mentioned earlier, most 1994 pennies are worth only 1 cent, but the rarer varieties and error coins can fetch much higher prices. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition or have a significant error can easily be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, depending on their rarity and demand. The most coveted versions of the 1994 penny, those with a double die or off-center strike, can be worth as much as $55,000. Yes, that's right, $55,000 for a single penny. It's hard to believe that a coin that most people consider insignificant could hold such a tremendous value. But that's the world of numismatics for you. If you happen to have a 1994 penny with a rare minting error, or if it's in exceptional condition, it could be your ticket to a small fortune. The next time you're going through your pocket change or sifting through a jar of old coins, keep an eye out for the 1994 penny. You never know. You might just find a rare and valuable coin hiding in plain sight. On Top 5, we're going to focus on a seemingly modest coin, the 1995 1-cent coin, or the penny. This small piece of American currency has a surprising amount of history and value hidden within it. If you've ever wondered how a common penny could end up being worth more than its face value, you're in for a treat. We're going to take a deep dive into the history, design, minting process, and why the 1995 penny could be worth a small fortune. Stick with me until the end because I'll reveal how much this little coin could fetch today. To start, let's look at the year 1995. The United States, during this time, was experiencing a period of economic growth marked by the continued expansion of the tech boom. The internet was just beginning to infiltrate American homes, and the world was becoming increasingly interconnected. Bill Clinton was serving his first term as president, overseeing a period of significant political and economic change. The United States was on a positive trajectory, yet, in the midst of all this, the humble penny continued to circulate across the nation as a staple of American currency. The U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies in 1995, but most people didn't think much of them. For many, pennies were simply small change, the kind of coin you might toss into a jar or leave lying around. Little did most people know that among these billions of pennies, some rare and valuable ones were hidden, waiting to be discovered by collectors. As with many coins, the key to understanding the value of the 1995 penny lies in its design, minting process, and unique characteristics. Now, let's dive into the design of the 1995 penny, starting with the obverse, or front, side of the coin. The design on this side has remained largely unchanged since 1909, when sculptor Victor D. Brenner's portrait of Abraham Lincoln was first introduced. Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, is widely regarded as one of the greatest leaders in American history. His leadership during the Civil War and his role in abolishing slavery are just some of the reasons why his image has been featured on the penny for over a century. Brenner's design captures Lincoln's solemn expression, conveying his wisdom, strength, and deep commitment to the country. The simplicity of the design, just a close-up portrait of Lincoln with the inscription, "In God We Trust," and the word liberty, reflects the reverence Americans have for this iconic president. On the reverse side of the 1995 penny, you'll find a familiar image as well, the Lincoln Memorial. This design, created by Frank Gasparo, was first introduced in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The memorial, which stands in Washington, D.C., is a tribute to Lincoln's leadership and a symbol of unity, freedom, and democracy. Gasparo's design showcases the grandeur and elegance of the memorial, with the steps leading up to the large statue of Lincoln, standing as a tribute to the man who helped shape the nation. We know the basic design of the 1995 penny, but what makes it stand out in the world of numismatics? The minting process, for one, plays a major role. As with any coin, thousands of these pennies were struck each day, meaning that they were subject to the rigors of circulation. Most 1995 pennies were used in everyday transactions and show the usual wear and tear from being passed from hand to hand, changing from pocket to register to wallet and back again. However, like all coins, not every penny is the same. Some were struck more carefully, while others were affected by subtle minting errors. These errors are what can make the 1995 penny so intriguing to collectors. When the U.S. Mint strikes coins, it uses dies to imprint designs onto blank metal discs called planchets. Occasionally, mistakes happen during the minting process, creating coins that don't quite match the standard specifications. These minting errors can make an otherwise ordinary coin significantly more valuable. One of the most sought-after errors for the 1995 penny is the double die error. This occurs when the dies that imprint the design onto the coin become misaligned during the minting process, resulting in a coin with a doubled or shifted design. The most common place to find this error is on the word Liberty and the date 1995, where the lettering appears slightly doubled. The double die error is one of the most prized finds for collectors because it's a rare anomaly that can make the coin much more valuable than a standard issue. Another potential error in the 1995 penny is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned in the minting machine, causing the design to be imprinted off-center. Depending on how far off-center the strike is, this error can create a coin with missing portions of the design, which only adds to its rarity and appeal. Off-center coins are highly coveted by collectors because they are a physical representation of a mistake in the minting process, making them a unique and valuable piece. Beyond minting errors, The condition of the coin is a crucial factor in determining its value. Most pennies, like those minted in 1995, were circulated widely and have seen their fair share of wear. However, some pennies have been carefully preserved in mint condition, making them much rarer and more valuable. Uncirculated pennies, coins that have never been used in circulation, are particularly sought after because they show no signs of wear and retain their original luster. A 1995 penny in mint condition is far more valuable than one that has been in circulation for decades. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins that have been well preserved and show little to no signs of wear. If you happen to have a 1995 penny that's been carefully stored in a protective case or kept out of circulation, it could be worth far more than you expect. The value of a coin increases significantly if it's in excellent condition, and collectors will pay a premium for coins that are close to perfect. So, what is the 1995 penny worth today? Well, if you have an ordinary 1995 penny in average condition, it's worth its face value, just 1 cent. However, if you've stumbled upon a 1995 penny with a minting error, like a double die or an off-center strike, or if you have one in mint condition, the value can rise dramatically. A 1995 penny with a rare minting error or one in pristine condition can easily be worth thousands of dollars. But here's the big surprise. The most valuable 1995 pennies, those with significant errors or those in uncirculated condition, have been known to sell for as much as $50,000. Yes, that's right, $50,000 for a single penny. It's hard to imagine that a coin worth just 1 cent could hold so much value. But in the world of coin collecting, rarity, condition, and historical significance can make a seemingly ordinary penny worth a small fortune. So, the next time you're going through your spare change or digging through an old coin jar, keep an eye out for the 1995 penny. It could be the one that makes you a coin collector's dream come true. Whether it's a rare error or simply a penny that's been well preserved, you never know what kind of treasure you might be holding. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on any of our future coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!